They're just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Jackson on 2nd down. On the move to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, 4 down. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Detroit!
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey, we got 4 down. 4 down.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Go!
second down, Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Green 39.
On third down, Mayfield. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it fourth down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A very solid gain of 27. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now he'll turn and throw deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? and they responded to the challenge.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Throwing is Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On second down, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Russell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
3 down, 3 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. That escapes the sand. And now he's swallowed up and taken down. Larry Ogunjobi able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Mayfield now. Conley's got it over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard, you're
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 11. Following the interception, Mayfield. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Mayfield. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Now they'll run it on the toss. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Switch.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Ready?
Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And there was a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Gone! Here we go now.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield on first down. Flush to his right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Gone!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. First down, Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gun!
Here's Mayfield. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle to Evans. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. 46 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Chubb. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Mayfield. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. Ramsey. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Looking to throw on second down. Ramsey. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A very solid gain of 27.
It must be something about the night air, because he is putting on an absolute show under the light.
Yeah, we've established anything in his vicinity, he's grabbing it. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on second down. Ramsey. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Throwing on third and long. Ramsey, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. From the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Mayfield looks to throw. Forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Willie Henry in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
Congratulations to the person sitting in section 19, row 33, seat 6. You have won 2 airline tickets to a destination of your choice.
Good, good! Good, good! All right, here we go. 3.
Second down, Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
He'll get it up the middle. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And the kick by Gonzalez, he is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Hey. 4 down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ramsey, the attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts. But don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Tanner Vallejo in there to get him for a loss of 5.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Hey, 4 down. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
It's a quarterback sneak, and able to follow his center and pick up the 1st. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And an alley to run. not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes their heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll try and sneak it here. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Baker Mayfield, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
On 1st and 10, Ramsey. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st down, Ramsey. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. He's going to go deep for Conley. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Chris Conley, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Browns, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.